What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode number 84 of Park to Prem here with Nottingham Forest. Today we've got a live com double header, a couple of big ones, the first of which is a game at the top of the Premier League table. We are going to be taking on Manchester United, a Manchester United team who still have Solskjaer as their manager. He's now been at them for almost 1,000 matches. And while they are our closest rivals, but a win here today would pull us 17 points clear of them with 12 matches left of the season. And whilst I don't want to start celebrating too prematurely, you would look at that as perhaps an unassailable lead towards the top of the table. The other game that we have is in the Champions League. It's going to be the first knockout round where, unfortunately, we have been drawn against Barcelona, a Barcelona team who are going very, very strong, currently sitting top of the table in La Liga. And, in all honesty, I kind of wish there was a slightly easier fixture I was being given here. But anyway, you will notice it is February. We have played a fair bit of football since you were last here, but first and foremost, we've made some transfers, and we'll start with the outs, because on the outs, we've just loaned out a load of players. Yes, nothing too crazy going on here. Bill Summers getting a move to Dortmund. I think that's a really, really good opportunity for him to go and get, regular first-team football in a top-quality European team. Elsewhere, Hamada has gone on loan to Barcelona, who, of course, we are going to be playing. I'm now sat thinking, did I put in a clause so that he can't play against us? I can't remember. We'll find out in a couple of weeks when we take on Barcelona after the international break. Elsewhere, on the ins, I made some deals. A couple. Jorge Gomez joined us after we had already agreed to sign him a little while ago. He joined us for £4.7 million. He's now gone on loan to Toulouse in La Liga. Not in La Liga, in Liga, to get some regular first-team football over in France. He does look very, very good indeed. Elsewhere on the ins, people are going to look at these as thumbnail signings. I'm going to respectfully disagree. I think they offer us some good mentorship, and if we need an emergency option, they could play for us. The first of these is Trent Alexander-Arnold, 37 years old, model professional personality. He's currently injured with a pulled hamstring, so his bad physicals are getting a tiny bit worse. You can see here he's had a little bit of an interesting career. He was released at the end of last season by PSG. After 6 months without getting a job, he was looking for any which opportunity he could get. He's not a very good coach, let's be honest. He probably shouldn't decide to be a coach. Someone should let him know. But for us, hey, it's a fun thumbnail signing. And the other player could easily be mistaken as a thumbnail signing. He's not, though. It's Donnarumma. World-class goalkeeper still, professional personality, 36 years old. As I mentioned, he comes in, and with him coming in, Hamada has gone out on loan. You can see the comparison here. At 36 years old, he is still really, really good. Great personality for tutoring is nice, lots of experience. I think it's just a pretty cool signing to sign a 36-year-old Donnarumma as our backup goalkeeper. Not on the smallest of wages, but to be honest, £150,000 is kind of what a fair few of our other backup players are on. So it's not that crazy. I feel like I'm trying to convince myself here as much as I'm trying to convince you guys that it was a good deal. Look, they're in the thumbnail, so that they've proven their worth. And anyway, since you were last here, of course, we took on Man City. We have played a lot of football over the kind of Christmassy period. And I think the thing that really stands out is, defensively, we have been absolutely phenomenal. Look at this. So many clean sheets. Only a couple of games in which we conceded in. And off the back of the Man City result, we beat Liverpool 6-0. Irk with a couple. Gonzalez got a hat-trick as well. Just last episode, I was complaining about his lack of goals. I think he took it personally. He has been a lot better as of late. Still not at his best. Had a flurry of goals in the Man City and the Liverpool game. Since then, he's been a little bit hit and miss, again, to be honest. Anyway, after that Liverpool game, we took on Southampton, beat them 3-1. Ballo, Adebayo, Poyana with the goals there. Against Burton in the FA Cup, we were the baddies. Scored loads of goals. Nice variety in the goal scorers. Largo, Twardzik, Benavides, Adebayo and Tarasov from the penalty spot. Great to see. And well, we followed that up with another great little convincing result just a few days later against Man City. 4-0 it finished in the EFL Cup semi-final first leg. I mean, when you get a result as good as this, it really sets you up quite nicely for the second leg. We looked really, really solid in this game. Irk got us off to a flyer. Gonzalez then got another goal within the first 10 minutes. Largo did have to go off with a knock, but it was 3-0 before half-time. It was Piccione with a header from a corner. And well, towards the end of the game, a little bit of fortune with the way the ball did break out here. But ultimately, it fell to Gonzalez, who put in a really, really tidy finish to complete the rout. 4-0 it finished, and, well, as you're going to come to see, we were able to make it through after the second leg. A first leg where you win 4-0. You can't get much better than that. Anyway, in the league, we went back and took on Swansea away from home. Of course, a Swansea team that once upon a time we were nearly manager of. They were promoted last year for the first time in a little while via the playoffs so far this season. They're actually doing okay. They're in 16th, 21 points. Although this has been a year where the teams towards the bottom really aren't performing too well. But fair play to Simon Weaver and his boys. They're defying expectations at the moment. Their media prediction, you can see at the start of the year, was 20th. And, well, we defied some expectations, I think, by not winning by as many as we should have against Chelsea. Yes, Chelsea, a very good team. We took the lead in this game via Urk. Again, doesn't like big games, Urk. Got goals against Man City and Chelsea in this run of games. They then got a goal back by Connor Smith. Of course it was going to be Connor Smith. The English forward has constantly been a thorn in our side, but the good news was Davio ghosting in from that left-hand side, doing what he does out in the wide area, snuck in at the back post, tucked it away, 2-1 it finished. Good little home win in the league. And well, since then we've played 5 matches and kept 5 clean sheets. 4-0 against Watford, 2-0 against Wolves, a couple of cup games against Leeds and Man City in the EFL Cup and and the FA Cup even. And then we, of course, most recently took on Sheffield United where we won 3-0. So the big news is we're into the FA Cup 5th round. We've been drawn against Burnley. We do have the EFL Cup final. May do that next episode bundled in with the second leg against Barcelona. But as I already mentioned today, we've got games against Manchester United. And then in a couple of weeks' time, there is an international break here. We're going to take on Barcelona in the Champions League first knockout round, first leg. And well, the work starts here. And in terms of the team for today's game, I'm going full strength. There might have been a temptation without the international break to rotate the team, but it's first versus second in the Premier League. Away from home to Manchester United is never an easy game, but ultimately it's the kind of fixture I look at with our current position and think, you know what, if we win this here, not to celebrate too prematurely, I can kind of look at the Premier League and say that title is ours now, start to rotate the team a lot more heavily, and well, quickly prepare ourselves for a late run in numerous cup competitions that we do, of course, find ourselves in. Anyway, let's get into this, shall we? At Old Trafford, a familiar hunting ground. Of course, we've had this ongoing relationship with Manchester United. The dynamic rivalries have kicked in. We are now considered fierce rivals. I'm hoping that it's going to be a win against our rivals in this first game to prep us nicely for the game against Barcelona. And well, we've got a chance here. First highlight of the match, 20 minutes in. Largo kicks it straight into Gulbransen's hands. The initial corner was dealt with well. Knocked the ball around nicely, but the finish at the end of it, a bit tame, perhaps. But maybe there's more to this. Maybe there is more to this. De Volder switches it to Navio at left back. Loads of space for him to put it in. It falls to Largo again. And there is more to this. They had a warning. There were warning shots fired in their direction by Largo. They did not heed that warning. And on this occasion, he's been given the ball, perhaps in a more tricky position than the previous one. Navio putting the ball in. Davio nods it down on the penalty spot. Largo unmarked. You cannot leave that man there unmarked. He will finish you and he will punish you. And he's done just that to Manchester United. We've only our second shot on target of the game. And well, you can see here, half an hour gone. I want to keep the clean sheet run going, of course. But I do feel like we might need a second or a third here against this Manchester United team. So far this season, there is only one Premier League game where we've conceded 2 goals, and it was against Swansea, if I'm not mistaken, right at the beginning of the year. We've been very good defensively. That foundation has kind of made us the team we are here. As Largo, I mean, he found himself through. He could have had a hat-trick inside the first 32 minutes here. We are knocking on the door, trying to get Manchester United to let us in as Piotr heads it into the hands of Gulbransen. And well, the star goalkeeper right now, he is earning his keep, it feels like, for Manchester United. He has been, well, having to bail them out a little bit so far. We've been, I want to say, the better team in that half. It's not been a half with a whole lot of chances, but you can see here the chances that we have been significant. I think I have to tell the players I'm delighted here. I could get critical of them, but ultimately we are away from home against Manchester United and they've not had a shot on target yet. We have kept them completely nullified going forward. Of course, it only takes one chance to score, and maybe that one chance is going to fall the way of Jean, who is bearing down and goal, hits it. But Danny Dyer, he was up to the task. It wasn't the most difficult of saves, was it, for him? They've now got a corner. Phil Foden over it, whips it in. Piotr heads it away. I don't know how I feel about the fact Phil Foden is playing for Manchester United in this universe. Dyer reads it again well there. I'm going to make a sub. I'm going to take off Gonzalez. And I think I'm going to take off Tarasov as well and bring in Lind. Not had the greatest performance up top today, Gonzalez. Not a whole lot of opportunities for him to feed off. But I feel like the impact sub that Adebayo can be with his, tremendous physicals and pace and just overall presence in the final third could be big for us today. Anyway, DeVio takes it down well. Oh my word. I mean, that is an assist by Erk and a not bad finish either by DeVio. I think I'm still going to make the subs, but great to see one winger connecting up with the other winger. Erk bringing it down this right-hand side. This ball here, by the way, inch perfect. DeVio's touch is superb. Korolkov completely out of position at right back. The finish was tidy, wasn't it? 2-0. We will make those changes, but we can breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief now. We've built that cushion. I mean, it could get embarrassing here. Piotr, it's a heroic save by the keeper. It would have been offside anyway. I mean, the only shot they've had on target was that Jean effort from range. It really has been an awful day at the office. We have bullied Manchester United here. And, well, you wouldn't be surprised if we could go and get a third here. It's Erk, who's been at the heart of everything we've done so far. Gets past his man. Slide tackle comes in. Falls to Adebayo. A degree of fortune about that. But it was all on Erk. His run, his turn of pace down the right-hand side. Forced to tackle out from the United defender. And Adebayo was there to take really the first opportunity that's fallen his way. It was a really good tackle by Diaz. Just unfortunate the direction the ball happened to go in. Adebayo anticipated it well, tucks it away. I mean, I'll get the sunglasses out. Get a cocktail out, Jack. You're on the beach now. We can have a party. We can relax. This has been relatively plain sailing so far, although they have got a chance here. Florentin, I mean, he's put away the sunglasses. Put away the alcoholic beverages. Get rid of the deck chair. We're not on the beach yet. There is still 13 minutes left. And for as well as we've played, to concede a goal like that, it's a tiny bit disappointing, isn't it? Not sure about Danny Dyer's attempt to make the save there, but ultimately, it shouldn't matter, should it? 3-1, we've played the better of the two teams. Our XG has been so much better. Bit annoying that we're not going to keep the clean sheet, but the clock is ticking away, and that is all she wrote. What a great little win that is away from home. Very, very happy with that, lads. That is what we want to see. And as I said, with that, we now go 17 points clear at the top of the table. There are 36 points remaining up the grabs. Realistically, the title could be wrapped up inside the next few games. And that is 10 wins in a row for us. And it's hard not to be a little bit giddy and a little bit excited about that. I feel like this is a Nottingham Forest world that all the other teams are living in. We look really, really good here. Anyway, gang, we have got an international break, as I already mentioned. So the game against Barcelona is in a little while. Hopefully, we're not going to have any injuries going into that game. Hopefully, we'll be ready and refreshed. It's in 11 days' time. I hope to see you guys for it. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back. Okay, guys, we are back here for game number 2. It's been a couple of weeks, but nothing's really been happening. We're through a transfer window, obviously. It was an international break, a chance for some players to get a little bit of rest, perhaps. The good news coming into this game is that our first 11 is fit, ready, and raring to go. One thing I didn't mention is that with the squad registration and the Champions League, a few of the older lads, they couldn't be registered. So, sorry, Haaland. Sorry, Alexander Arnold. I did manage to sneak Donnarumma in. It did come at the cost of Roach, though. So for the Roach Appreciation Society, I am very, very sorry indeed. But no, truth be told, this is a game that we go into knowing it's not going to be an easy one. I wouldn't describe it as a mountain to climb, but certainly away from home, it's important for us to try and get a goal or two and really kind of come through this with a good chance going into the second leg. Of course, last year we took on Barcelona. It was quite a memorable occasion. In that game, you may remember we lost the first leg 4-1 away from home. We did win the home leg 4-0. I'll be honest, don't want a repeat of that 4-1. We are unbeaten so far this year in all competitions. I would like to keep that run going for as long as possible. And, well, hopefully we're going to be able to make it through the next 90 minutes relatively unscathed. I want to have a good platform for the second leg. I never really enjoy the first knockout round of the Champions League, just because you play the first leg, and then unlike the other kind of stages where the games are close together, there's kind of a month of reflection and waiting for that second leg. And it can be quite a nervy wait, depending on the result that you've had. So here, I'd like a nice, good result that just allows me to be relaxed and enjoy the next month without kind of eagerly anticipating it too much. Anyway, we're away from home, so ultimately I just want to try and avoid defeat. Also, they've got Hamada in goal. How should I feel about that? When I loaned him to them, I forgot to make a clause that he couldn't play against us. I mean, the Syrian goalkeeper, replaced by Donnarumma, he's made a save. I'm annoyed already. He's our own goalkeeper, and he's playing against us. Imagine if I get knocked out because of him. That would be very... I want to say peak WorkTheSpace. Gonzalez, he's made... Stop it, Hamada. He's made 2 saves inside the first 10 minutes that were clear goal-scoring opportunities. Oh, imagine if we just can't find the breakthrough. Tarasov slides in. Actually did well to win that. I thought it was a bit of a risky tackle, but it worked out. Oh, Hamada. He's on a 7.1 already. We've played 10 minutes. Please don't be one of those days, Football Manager. Don't hurt me like this. I mean, the good news for us is we're having lots of opportunities, and Gonzalez is through again. Can he score? He saved it again. Is that a miss by Gonzalez or a save by Hamada? I don't know. What I do know is I'm very, very upset. Oh, dear. Imagine. Is it really going to be one of those days? We've had 3 really good chances, 3 highlights shown for them. He's on a 7.2. There's been like 20 minutes played. And suddenly we're half an hour through this game and it's 0-0. And despite a lack of possession, those early chances have kind of fizzled out. Barca have come into the game and had shots of their own, but we're rapidly approaching half-time without another highlight in sight. I'm going to tell the players I'm far from pleased. Devayo and Urk have been a little bit absent today. Let's shout at them twice. Shout at them at half-time, then 3 minutes that they've been on the pitch. Shout at them again. I mean, a draw wouldn't be terrible, but the away goal would kind of be useful, wouldn't it, at this point? Right, Urk for Edison, Poyana for Devayo. I feel blessed to be in a situation where we have the quality of Poyana and of Edison just to casually bring on off the bench. It's not a bad situation to be in, is it? Half an hour left in this game. If this finishes 0-0, it's going to be very, very anticlimactic. I mean, they have one man to thank for it all. A game that's not had many highlights after that initial flurry, but there is one here. 12 minutes left. It's Barcelona with the ball just inside their own half. Alvarez threaded through down the line on this near side. Can he get a ball of quality into the box? It's blocked by Sampaio. Now can we look to break? Edison, he should be fresh-legged. He lumps it forward for Gonzalez to flick on to absolutely nobody. Well, we surrender possession once more. Barcelona looking to bring it forward. Reimer threads it through to Sidapor, who's going to be fouled. He's going to be fouled. Apparently it looks harsh by the commentator, but I think this is going to be given. Devolder's livid. He's trying to start a scrap with the goalkeeper. The penalty's given. Danny Dyer, all eyes are on you. Oh, imagine. This could be a gut punch. Danny Dyer, can you come to our rescue? No. No, he can't. I feel like I have to go for this now. And with that in mind, I'm going to change some stuff up. I'm going to bring on Adebayo to play up front. That's what I'm going to do in this situation. Let's get a couple of strikers on the pitch and try and get an away goal. I feel like an away goal is now critical for us. Navio's putting a bit of a crunching tackle there. He's lucky to get away without being bucked. 7 minutes left, another highlight. I realise that in going more attacking, we're leaving ourselves open. But I just feel like the goal here could be critical for us as Camavinga plays it inside. Reimer hits it. Danny Dyer, relatively straightforward save at the end there. Distributes it quickly to Poyana. Great touchdown. We've got a breakaway here. Poyana, you've got men to pick out in the middle. He goes on his own. Why did he not pass it? Why did Hamada have to make the save? I don't want to go too much more attacking than I already am, but this game feels like it's just got 1-0 written all over it. And Hamada, I think, has just got man of the match. He ended up... my own goalkeeper has got man of the match against me in a Champions League knockout round. Please tell me how I should feel. I mean, they didn't play particularly well. We didn't play very well, to be honest. I think the headline there is it's not 4-1 like it was last time, but Hamada, you weren't meant to do that, mate. That's not what you were meant to do here. I'm annoyed. But it is just one of those things. Right, I mean, the big headline there is, whilst it is the first spot of red on this otherwise immaculate fixture list and results screen, it's not over by any means. We've got a second leg. We're still in a very, very good position. I feel like we just have to turn up. Certainly didn't do that in the first leg, though, and that in itself is a little disappointing. Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up everything from me today. I think next time we will be back for the EFL Cup final and the Champions League knockout round second leg. Bit of deja vu, perhaps, about it. Taking on Barcelona in a second leg with lots to do. Hopefully, we're going to be up to the challenge, and hopefully you will be here to witness it. I will see you guys again very soon. If you've enjoyed today's video, as always, do drop a like on it, and I will see you guys again next time. It is me, Jack, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.